Thank you everyone for joining me, Melissa Moonbeam. I am here to do a collective reading for the overall energy surrounding those who are guided to join us for this reading. This is a collective reading for those who are open to receiving. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Thank you for this guidance, for supporting us along our path, and for being so patient with us. Patience. It feels so good to be patient. All right. Wow, this is beautiful. Wow. So patience with self, with this process, spiritual growth and development, letting go, transformation. So it's okay to have a pause. It's okay to reflect on your feelings and what you're experiencing. Even though there's this driving force, there's this calling that our soul the whisper of one's soul, the soul's calling. And it's all about remembering what it's all for. And the whole purpose is to return to the source that is self. That is this divine being, this love energy. So here we have the karma card. So this is judgment. All right. And how can you grow a garden unless you make a judgment? So you have to make a judgment call to decide what fruits and vegetables that you want to grow. So it's about you making a judgment call to learn the lesson, to level up, to move beyond what is, to have forward movement. It's all a matter of making a decision, this final judgment, to plant the seed, to set the intention, to tend to your garden. So this is the process of spiritual growth and development. We're growing and developing our spiritual abilities, our patience, the wisdom. So here's a new beginning. Plant the seed, water your garden, and wait for the creation. Wait for creation. So that's often what happens is people need to have a greater understanding, greater awareness about the importance of patience and trusting to be guided when the time is right. Taking that pause that is necessary for you to reflect on all that's happened with all those previous experiences, those previous lessons. So it's time for you to understand, or, what Spirit is suggesting is that you find a nice balance between start and stop. right? So there's going to be moments along the journey where you're going to need to have this peaceful, easy feeling. So I'm like getting into the feeling, right? So this is me feeling into the feeling, imagining being in this, on this canoe, and the feeling of the oar moving through the water versus this really driving, assertive, forceful forward movement versus a relaxed, easy, peaceful feeling. So when to take action and when to be receptive. So this is the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But the masculine wants to feel safe being supported, and so does the feminine. So the masculine is also learning about the importance of when to take action and when to be receptive. But it's the feminine's nature to be in, it's their natural state of being this familiarity with that state of being that's been ingrained, that's been established, planted within us as the feminine. But ultimately, for us to be a healthy, balanced feminine, we need to embody those qualities, all the qualities that are that represent the feminine. That is the feminine. So then what happens is then you become solid. But you're settled into your masculine. So you have a balance between both your masculine and your feminine. So the way to do this is through heart-centeredness. And so this heart-centeredness creates this space and that allows for this expansion of this loving energy that's very compassionate and sentimental, kind and caring and soothing. The soothing feeling of this beautiful, divine, loving energy. This is how you manifest the relationship of your dreams. So if you're currently involved with somebody who isn't showing you interest, just accept it and understand that this is a process and that you're undergoing a very deep spiritual transformational process, and there's a reason why this person isn't a part of it. It's not to say that your love interest isn't going to be a part of it at a future date. It's not to say that you're not going to be introduced to a new love interest. What it's saying is that the energy isn't, there hasn't been a unification of this energy between these two people. And that doesn't mean that there isn't a intimacy or a connection between them, connection between them, because we're all one, right? We're the source of this love, or the love love expansion, emotional fulfillment, groundedness, comfort, security, deep knowing that you are have already been blessed with the relationship of your dreams, the relationship with somebody who's very forthcoming, who's loyal, dedicated, trustworthy, hardworking, somebody who's very encouraging, and having this equal exchange, having balance between the heart and the head, right? So this is all part of the process. This is all part of the lesson. Mind, heart, coherence. I'm getting really excited about this. Okay, Spirit, can we please close off this reading? So the only thing that's preventing you from having reconciliation with your love interest is you not learning the lesson. Refusing to look at this. Spirit cannot be any more clearer with this message. So the only way that you can block this person from coming in, from offering you a romantic, offering you romance, is your the resistance that you're creating in your head. So what are you currently thinking that's creating resistance within? I'm asking you to think about that. Spend some time after you've watched this reading to think about where the resistance resides, and write down all these resistive thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. The fear of not being chosen, the fear of being alone, the fear of not having your dreams come to fruition. I love rhyme timing, right? So it's a matter of you being very clear in your thoughts. Conscious cultivation. So you're creating new beliefs. So the beliefs are, I am worthy and deserving of being in a solid, secure, long-lasting relationship with somebody who's very loving and compassionate and kind and patient and understanding. And I know that I'm already in this relationship because this is the relationship that I've created within. I am my own best friend. I am in a relationship with somebody who is very loving and supportive, kind, caring, patient, trustworthy, because I am all of these things. So settle into the feeling of that knowing. You've set the intention, you've planted the seed, and now you're having patience as the plants begin growing. The plants undergo growing. It's so intense. So I'm like, okay, Melissa, ground. Get into the moment. All right. Okay. So like I said, that is the one thing that would impede, would delay your ability to draw in a relationship with somebody from your past, somebody who you're currently in the process of, you're currently in a relationship with somebody who you're wanting to have the manifestation of a new person. All right. So now it's just the matter of you you have this awareness. Now it's a matter of you implementing this awareness. So the awareness comes from the intuition of the feminine. So the feminine is tuning into the higher intelligence, is processing this information through their heart space. Whereas the masculine is taking action and they're processing information through their brain. But what we're here to do is we're here to have a combination of both of those energies. And by having this, by self-mastery, by learning these lessons, all of the things that I just said, what will happen is the energy will shift. You will have learned the lesson, and then you'll begin again. But this time, the new beginning will have a different basis. We'll have the basis of the foundation of this new beginning, or this new beginning will be based in the foundation of love, the unification of self, the unification of source, the oneness of humanity, the oneness of all. All right, so here we have the Six of Cups. So this is the nostalgia, thinking about your loved one, thinking about past connections and the fun that you had with a specific person, your love interest, thinking about wanting to have them come in and make a love offering, but concerned that this person is going to do the same thing, they're going to respond the same way. And how was that response? The response was that they weren't invested, they were blocked off, they were afraid of being rejected, feeling like they weren't good enough, feeling like they had to settle for less. But now you have this greater awareness. Now it's you understanding that it's your garden. Understanding that you are both the masculine and the feminine. It's the balance between receptivity and action. And that's what draws in the masculine. So you're healing yourself while at the same time healing them. It's not just the end game of having them come in and offer you this romance, offering you, emotional fulfillment, emotional security. It's not just about that. That's one aspect of accentuating what you already have. So you're already emotionally fulfilled. But to have, when you have somebody who is very loving and is part of the process of creating this beautiful, loving, abundant energy, it's about, like I said, accentuating the energy. So if you don't want to be accentuating the energy by overthinking. So what are you thinking? I'm not good enough. I'm never going to find the same type of person. Everyone always abandons me. Wondering, worrying, weariness, depression, all of it. It's a lot. Well, I'm going to leave it at that because I need to have a little bit of a recharge. Thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate all of you. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, my information to do so is in my description. And yeah, so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. And we will talk to you soon. Love you.